7 things the rich avoid at all costs. Have you ever been invited to a birthday party, wedding, or any event organized by a wealthy person? It's easy to envy the glam spending of the rich. Honestly, with all the zeros in their bank accounts, they can spend on anything they want, like luxury rides, designer outfits, and outrageously expensive homes without blinking, right? Well, not quite. While rich folks certainly know how to live large, they also leverage smart money moves average earners can learn from. Even those with 8-figure net worths avoid sinking cash into purchases lacking solid value. So before you assume the wealthy just throw money around freely, you need a behind-the-scenes view of their lifestyle before you go around throwing money around because you too want to feel rich. If you want to truly become rich, you also need to employ the techniques rich people use to stay wealthy. Impulse buying. Rich people tend to avoid impulse buys, when you spontaneously grab something without thinking it through. We've all been there. You're checking out the store and a fancy new kitchen stove catches your eye. Or maybe you were browsing online when those cool sneakers called your name. In the moment, it seems like a great idea to treat yourself. But wealthy folks ask themselves important questions before taking out their wallet. Do I really need this? How often will I actually use it? They know splurging on a spur-of-the-moment whim usually just leads to credit card regret later. You're practically destroying your budget by spending on what you never planned for. So next time you want to impulse buy, try this. Sleep on it. Give yourself a day or two to ponder whether you really want or need that item. If the excitement fades, you just saved yourself some buyer's remorse. And if you still can't stop thinking about it, then go ahead. You've earned it. But taking some time to think can protect your spending. Overpriced homes, fancy finishes like stone walls, and landscaping that rival Versailles. A luxury master closet bigger than many apartments. It's easy to fall head over heels for the bells and whistles of an overpriced house. But financially sound individuals keep their eyes on the practical prize when house hunting. Overpaying for features that don't align with actual property value can mean taking a nasty financial hit later. Suddenly, that glam open concept you loved no longer seems so dreamy once you realize it was way overvalued. Of course, passions and emotions run high when finding your perfect home. However, protecting your budget means focusing on objective measures to determine fair pricing. Ignore superficial wow factors and analyze market data for comparable homes nearby. And don't be shy about negotiating if something seems overpriced. Saving that extra 3% could provide some extra cash you can use for something else later. The wealthy let logic guide big financial moves like home buying. Making sure you don't overpay now could save you a whole lot of headaches down the road. Buying the latest tech gadgets. It's perfectly normal to get sucked into the latest and greatest gadget hype. But financially wise individuals think function over trend when upgrading electronics. Ask yourself, do you really need that new smartphone or laptop if the one you have still meets daily demands? Before falling for cutting-edge features that seem necessary, evaluate your current tech. Does it still help you accomplish what you need to? If so, enjoy it a bit longer. Upgrading your gadgets too often is very expensive. Instead, you can save up that money and use it on something else. And the environmental impact of tossing devices, while they still work well, isn't fabulous. Of course, keeping electronics until they conk out has downsides too. Trade-in value for older devices takes a hit, and they eventually lose compatibility as software evolves. That is why rich people aim for the tech spending sweet spot, replacing gadgets when they start slowing down, but still have decent trade-in potential. Let your practical needs, not advertisements for the shiniest new products, dictate tech spending. Your wallet will thank you later. Luxury items. From designer heels to high-end clothing, throwing cash for upscale goods gives quite the thrill. But the financially wise balance, splurging with smart money moves when acquiring luxury items. Super expensive items often mean paying huge prices just for exclusive branding, and their resale value can decrease rapidly too. You might be surprised, but most people don't spend on luxury items as much as it seems. Don't let social media fool you into thinking otherwise. Real rich people wear regular clothes. They don't have huge wardrobes the size of an apartment. Nor do they wear only branded clothing and shoes. Instead, they go for more practical clothing, shoes, and other items that are of good quality. It might be surprising, but they often save money in this area. Don't waste your money on expensive brands. You can always get the same value for less the price. Low-quality items. Bargain hunting is an art. Finding deals makes you feel like a shopping pro. But wealthy individuals know that cheap things usually end up costing more in the end. Say you buy an adorable $20 dress online. It's a good score, isn't it? But the flimsy fabric starts pilling after one wash. And the side zipper breaks after a couple of wears. Now you need to replace the dress already. So much for scoring a good deal. The same goes for budget home goods. That mini fridge or vacuum may seem so affordable at first. But once those low-quality motors or parts break early, replacing them again and again becomes frustrating really fast. Rich people don't mind paying a bit more for reputable brands known for quality components and durable construction. Prices reflect better materials, craftsmanship, and longevity. Reliable performance over years of use actually saves money in the end. So don't let the lure of super cheap deals trick you into buying low-quality items. When it comes to value, huge amounts don't always mean overpriced. Carefully made pieces delivering enduring enjoyment prove most rewarding for both you and your wallet. Expensive cars. It's totally reasonable to get tempted by a hot, fast luxury car boasting plenty of stylish flair. Dramatic curves, buttery leather seats, growling engines. What car enthusiast wouldn't fall? But even wealthy folks avoid getting carried away by all that expensive, shiny temptation on wheels. Outrageous pricing often just feeds the supercar ego without aligning with actual market value. Nothing hurts more than spending $250,000 for a Lambo only to watch it shed half that value almost immediately. Even ultra-rich people dislike lighting money on fire, and that's what you're practically doing. Instead, go for a high-performing car that is not a luxury brand. When you're building wealth, you need to go for performance instead of showing off. Even if you have that $100,000 to spend on a car, go for something way less expensive, say around $20,000 to $30,000, then invest the rest. A car might lose its value over the years, but an investment appreciates with time. You need to start thinking wisely. Investing in companies you do not understand. Now, we've been talking about investing ever since the beginning of this video, but you don't just invest your money into anything you see. You might get excited hearing how your friends or colleagues make some crazy money on a new startup. But rich people only invest when they truly understand the businesses they funnel cash into. Jumping into the latest viral stock without doing enough research into the company and its background rarely ends well. Ask yourself, do you really understand how the business or industry you're investing in operates? How is the competition, market landscape, and the company's leadership expertise? If things like pipeline projections or earning growth ratios give you a headache, maybe you should consider putting your money elsewhere. Blindly buying the hype around an investment you don't fully grasp at a detailed level means you can't predict future performance or the factors that may tank returns down the road. And few outcomes hurt more than watching your hard-earned money sink into poorly understood market moves. So before jumping into the fantasy of investing in a new company and making millions overnight, try to educate yourself. Learn everything about the company, its leadership, market landscape, and how it handles funding. If it still seems confusing or your gut says proceed with caution, trust that feeling. Only by mastering the ins and outs can you make informed choices to keep your money working hard for you too. If you want to become rich, you need to think and act like real rich people do. Don't throw your money around on what you probably won't use long term. Instead, save and invest your money wisely. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to this, hit that like button, And turn on the notification bell to get notified anytime we post amazing videos like this. See you in the next video.